You are now listening to the Bickering Brothers Podcast.
Yo, it's the Bickering Brothers Podcast. You already know who it is. My name is Akhil.
And
I was going to give my little bio.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. If I remember it. This is what Lacey set up for me. And it's also something that I might use when I pick up girls. It's also something that I use for my unique little spiel, okay? Self-starter, podcaster, and ambitious icon who listens to Tame Impala on vinyl.
I'm Josephus.
Come on. What is your bio? What is your bio on Instagram?
My bio is literally like...
It's like WVU alumni.
Yeah. Podcaster, creator, king, blessed, or some shit like that. But I'm not about to say that.
And then one half of the Bickering Brothers Podcast with Akhil Nova.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's for Instagram.
Yeah.
For the page, you already know it's merch man. Yeah, that's me. Ha.
Oh, we should have a little beat for that.
That's what I'm
why don't we
saying.
just have a little song set up on there? Because we have sound effects.
I don't know what the fuck you were doing last week, but I watched that shit back. What was that? What in the absolute fuck was that shit? Like,
no,
I've taught you better than that.
I know,
like,
but you...
This nigga said, merch man, yeah, that's me. Merch man, yeah, that's... I was like, huh?
Because I was thinking in my head to like...
What are those beats?
I was trying to add like layers to that beat, and then I just kind of fucked it up.
Yeah,
I just couldn't think ahead.
No.
I couldn't think ahead.
Keep that shit to a one-layer baklava on that one, you know what I'm saying? Don't move to...
Baklava? Why?
Because you know baklava has multiple layers. Keep that shit to a one-layer baklava.
That's the weirdest shit you ever said, bro.
All you gotta do is the merch man, yeah, that's me. Merch man,
that's what I was trying to do. That's what I was trying to do. I like that.
Don't move more than that.
Like that.
You know, stay at home. All
right.
We're here.
So what's going on, bro? What is going on?
Same shit.
Different day?
Different Charmin. You already know.
Different baklava.
But you guys already know it's your boy Sephus. SO_SEPHUSTICAT.
Every time, bro.
Pop up right
God.
there. Akhil doesn't care about the the networking. I do. So email me, even if it's not podcast related. Let me know. If you got a new business venture you want me to invest in, I got like $2 in the Jolly Rancher I could throw your way. So let me know.
And I'm just your self-starter podcast for ambitious icon.
Let's get it started.
Tame Impala on vinyl. And we have Josh here. We got Lacey here as well.
Say what up, guys. Say what up.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Y'all can find me at
catch them
James
off guard.
Sanderson at gmail.com. Email me with some beats, demos, all that, John. I got you.
Oh, yeah, he has a business
everything.
card now, by the way.
Did you change it from Gary Sanderson to what you say?
I don't even know what I just said.
Say it again. What is it?
I think it's James Sanderson.
Ooh, this week. We like the James Sanderson.
You want my business cards? I got you.
Ooh, all right.
That's
what up,
like a
Blaze?
fire business card.
What up,
Y'all
Blaze?
need to get some business cards, bro.
Ooh, you already know I got
I
the
have
business
Marsh
card.
business cards.
I don't got no business cards. You already know what it is. SO_.
Oh my
You
God,
know what
no,
it is.
no.
You know what it is.
All right, we
Go
got
ahead,
Lacey
Lacey.
here too.
I have nothing to contribute, so...
Drop one of the cool bombs for that, baby.
Yeah, but if you check me out, this is my coffee order. Link in bio, subscribe now.
Don't lean into the camera when you do that, Akhil. I can see your whole profile in my screen. Please keep this. Don't cut this out. Hey, get the fuck out of my screen.
Yes. You know we love him. Hamza's not here. He's a little busy, but he's here in spirit, baby. Okay, let's get started. What's going on? We got a lot of topics today.
Why you like attacking me over the microphone, bro?
It's because of the coffee. I had a little bit.
Lorax, bro. Lorax.
No, it's just there's a lot of fun topics. You want to know why I'm a little excited today?
What's that?
Because we got some big news, politic news. Okay, this week.
Whoa.
That Donald Trump might get impeached. Yes.
Why is that? Why that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Okay, we don't know if he's really gonna get impeached, but we it's a chance. People are taking it seriously. Nancy Pelosi stood up on her ground, put her foot down, and she was like, Donald Trump, get the fuck out of office.
Y'all about to lose all your Trump following support.
I don't give a fuck. You know why?
give a fuck,
IMPEACHMENT. Do you know what that mean? Impeachment.
Blake or Derek or
Yo,
y'all wasn't ready for that.
Yo.
They was not ready for that.
That was nice.
They was not ready for that. Come on, son.
That was nice.
Come on, boy.
Yo, I'm fucking excited. And you know what? I even texted you guys in the group chat. okay? And me and Lacey went back and forth.
Right.
I said, Donald Trump, people are trying to get Donald Trump to get impeached, but it probably won't work. You know what Lacey said? She said, Akhil, how so? And I had to do some research before I came back at her because I didn't want to sound ignorant.
Damn. So you copy and paste it? Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
I probably took it out of Wall Street Journal and copy and pasted it. No, I'm kidding.
You wasn't supposed to admit that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Now you know people are not
I'm
gonna believe that you're kidding.
I paraphrased it, but no, I'm kidding. But I was
you took the periods out?
Shut up.
Fine.
Shut up.
I get it.
I added some exclamation points here and there where there weren't exclamation points, but I added them.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, that's how I passed college. Is like trying to paraphrase and shit.
How they gonna know, right?
They won't know. Lazy didn't know until now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, right?
No, but yeah, so Donald Trump might get impeached or in the process of going through an impeachment inquiry, right? So Nancy Pelosi came out and she was like, you know, with this whole Ukrainian president call that Donald Trump was doing, where he was trying to get dirt on Joe Biden and his son and saying like Joe Biden is corrupt and all this shit.
So essentially what he was doing was he was trying to reach out to the Ukrainian president to ask him to look into Joe Biden, right?
Yes.
He's like, look into Joe Biden in order to get some dirt on him for the presidential election coming up in a couple months.
But what was Donald Trump going to offer, though? That's the big thing.
Donald Trump was offering all of his power in his presidency.
No. So like he was going to offer like military vehicles and military equipment to the Ukrainian president, right?
Okay.
And that's the problem. That's the big crime is it's quid pro quo. Meaning, like, I do something for me,
something.
I do something for you. Right. And the other big crime along with that is that bringing any foreign assembly or foreign government or something right, into and meddling with our elections is a crime. You can't use outside forces to affect the president, affect the elections in any way. That's the crime.
He's trying to, like you said, quid pro quo, say, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
Right.
You know, that's all he's looking forward to.
Right, but it's like, you scratch my back to help me get the president, because Joe Biden is running the polls right now. So it's like, yo, bring Joe Biden down.
If you help me, I'll help you.
I'll give you some military equipment.
That's all it is.
Do your corrupt activities for me to get another term.
Right, that's all it is. That's all it is.
I don't think that's going to work. I don't think the impeachment is going to go through. So, for one, the big mistake that the Democratic Party already made is of all the crimes, 1,000 crimes he's already committed, they want to cancel out 999 of them and focus only on this Ukrainian president one.
That's my like issue with the whole thing. It's like there's a list of things that he's done incorrectly, right? Why are they focusing on the Ukrainian situation when there's a bunch of things going on? There's a bunch of things way more that could
like, this is bad.
Yeah.
But the other ones are just as bad, if not more. But you could
and if anything, that can corroborate your defense as to why you should impeach him. But beyond that, no president that we've seen in our lifestyle has been impeached. You know what I'm saying?
They were close to Bill Clinton, though.
Yeah, but
they were trying to get Bill Clinton.
But he left before he got impeached. Nixon left before he got impeached. The impeachment process in and of itself takes years. Unless you're kind of like vetting or you're kind of thinking that he will get hired or elected the next term. Yeah. Give up on this whole impeachment thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The big issue with that is because they're only focusing on this Ukrainian president one.
Right.
There's a lot of ways that, because there's a whole process to this. There's
a process.
So when they take it to the House might accept it, right? But then it gets passed over to the Senate. We have to keep in mind
may not accept it.
You have to, right, because 2/3 of the Senate is Republican. You have to understand that Trump is pretty strategic. Like the same way Lacey was saying, it's like Nancy Pelosi is strategic as well. Right. But Donald Trump is too, because over the years he was replacing a lot of the senators and putting Republican people, his own people.
Just as any president would, right? Right. Any president, Republican or Democrat, is going to want to replace. So that if Donald Trump does any sort of crime, people will overlook it. It's not even that. It's because you want the House and the Senate both on your side when it comes to legislative processes. Right, exactly. You want them to help you pass these bills. Right. So you're going to, put people that are more like kind of leaning towards you in the office rather than people who are against you. And that's what
they were doing. All these different crimes that have already happened.
It's just smart. I would do the same thing.
For a reason.
I would do the same thing.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's very easy for at least this crime for Donald Trump to be able to bring his lawyers in and say, like, no, it wasn't really a quid pro quo because we listened to the transcripts of the phone call and he didn't actually say that he was going to give military weapons. It's like, there's a lot of ways he could fight it.
Yeah, but then again, even Mueller said, they asked him if Donald Trump wasn't the president of the United States, would you indict him for the crimes that he's committed? He said yes. Donald Trump is only trying to get his second presidency because he's trying to stay away from the indictment.
Right.
He
Because as
knows
soon as he gets out, he's
trying
gonna go to
prepare.
jail.
He's trying to prepare for that trial that's going to happen if and when he does not become president again.
Right. That's what I realized too, which is really stupid. Is like while you're in office, you can't get persecuted.
Right.
Which is really dumb.
It's dumb, but
You
I
have to
mean,
wait
then
until
again, we
you
can't
leave office.
We can't do anything about that. Like,
right, but like, so I feel like this could be a little corrupt. Is like, with that, they could definitely have a loophole where if you have to leave office to get persecuted, Donald Trump could go for a second term, and then by like the end of the 8 years, it might just get dropped altogether. Or I don't know. I feel like there's like different things that could happen.
Not really, though. Not
you
really,
know?
because those crimes are still gonna stand whether you last 4 years in the presidency or you last 8. It's still gonna stand. Like, you know what I mean? Because he's never been prosecuted for those charges.
What if in the next 4 years, if he has a second term, he could flip all of the senators into
If
Republicans,
anything, that gives-
and then they drop all cases because they're in favor for him.
If anything, if Nancy Pelosi is still in that seat, it gives her more ammo to shoot with.
And I'm just saying, I'm just being realistic that it's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If anything, stop
It's not
worrying about
gonna happen
impeaching the man.
from now
just focus
until
on
November.
voting against the man. That's really it.
And the thing that I kind of want to like express to the people is it's not just focusing on voting for him to get out of office, right? It's voting for a person that you believe would be a better replacement for him in office. You know what I mean? It's not just voting for the lesser of the two evils, or like
Yeah.
my dad likes to say, never leave certain for uncertain. That's not the point. The point is voting for someone who you think can run this chair or this position better than Donald Trump. And if you don't think anybody can run the chair better than he does, either don't vote or vote for Donald Trump.
So Trump wouldn't actually get most of the accusations on him if he gets impeached, because all those things that he done were while he was president. So it wouldn't.
Right.
So once he's impeached, none of that stuff is going to affect him because he's going to be then a civilian.
Oh, that's another thing. That's a very good point.
Which is
he's saying
why-
all of this
Wait.
stuff happened during his presidency.
Right.
Once he's out of it, he's just a regular person. It doesn't affect him anymore. I
don't know
get
about that. I
but
don't
it's
know
still
about
a
that. Is
crime.
that a fact?
If anything, the crime is magnitude.
Because the
It's-
only reason in which they can't impeach Trump is because of those charges. But no, it's actually because of the fact that he is president. So once he leaves his presidency,
right, he's saying
he
that
can be indicted. No,
he's saying that because these crimes happened during his presidency and he was a president,
Right.
that's why it's affecting him. But as soon as he becomes a regular civilian after the presidency, it won't affect him anymore.
I feel like if it was the flip side, maybe.
I-
If he did a bunch of bullshit before becoming president and after he become president, maybe people wouldn't give a fuck. But because he did all the bullshit while
during
he was
his presidency,
presidency,
which is why it's magnified.
people are gonna
Yes.
give more of a
Yes.
fuck because
Hell
it's
yeah.
magnified because
That's
he
what I
was
was saying.
president when he did that.
Yes.
He has more control over way more lives than he would have if he wasn't a president.
Yeah, exactly.
Either
Exactly.
way, if he gets impeached, a lot of the damage won't really be like covered by him. I guess he's probably gonna have like hella fines, but he's gonna have.
Oh
money
yeah.
paid off,
I mean,
you know
dude,
what
money runs this fucking country,
Yeah,
right?
so-
So even if you have 1 million crimes, if you got $100 million to pay for those crimes, they'll be like, all right, okay, fine, like,
Most
you
of
know,
those will
we'll,
get,
we'll
like,
dust it
either
over. We'll
expunged or
push it
whatever
under the
the fuck
rug
it
as long
was.
as you're giving us money for it. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Why do rich people get out of crimes all the time? It's because they got the money to pay for it.
Right.
Governments just want
I don't
money.
think so. I
They
don't
just
think.
want money.
I don't even really think
They
so.
just want money.
I feel like the reason why a lot of rich people get out of the crimes that they do is because of privilege. I don't think it's because of money. A lot of these rich people don't pay money to get out of the crimes they do. They pay they get out of the crimes they do because of networking, the people that they know, not the money that they pay. Let's
I would
take.
say you can
No,
still
it's
buy
money.
Yeah?
man.
You
It's
think so?
money. It's money.
Why is it money?
For the court system, okay, yes,
Right.
justice would be to put them in jail. But at the end of the day, if we know he's not gonna do this crime again, if he just gives us like $1 billion or $2 billion, we'll be straight. You
Well,
know
we're
what I
talking
mean?
about like these billionaires and stuff.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Uber
Remember-
rich.
what
Think
about-
decamillionaires and over.
Yeah.
They got the money to pay for
Epstein, the first time that he was indicted, I don't even remember, or like charged with something. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember what it was, but he was only in prison for like weekends,
Right.
and he got to be out free during the week, and it was just weekends.
Is
Right.
that money though? Is that
It
money
has
or
to
is that
be.
power?
It has to. It's both.
Because I feel like
if
the
you
reason
have
why
money,
he got
you get
out.
power. If you have money,
Yes,
you have power.
that's a fact.
If
That's
you
a-
have
that's a
money,
fact.
you have the power
But without
to be
money-
able to do that. With the money,
That's true.
you holding money in front of somebody's hand, in front of the government's hand, is power automatically.
That's a fact.
It's
But do you
not-
think?
yeah.
Do you think popularity can outstand power, or not popularity, but like prestige, networking.
You saying prestige over money?
Yeah. Like if I know Bill Clinton, but I'm not as rich as Bill Clinton, do you think I could still get out of specific
No,
crimes?
they don't care. They care about money.
I think so.
Even if Bill Clinton is famous but is broke or something?
I think it's who you know.
I think that
100%.
has a lot to do with it, but nothing's free.
If I'm Josephus and
That's
I don't
right.
have money, but I say I know Bill Clinton, I'm pretty sure that could get me out of a bunch of things.
Okay, but if Bill Clinton committed crimes, they don't care about Bill Clinton to put him in jail. Now
They
they'll be
do
like,
because he's an
they'll put
ex-president.
his ass in jail.
No, because he's an
No,
ex-president.
But if he paid them millions of dollars, they'll be like, at least we're getting something out of this. We're getting some money out of this.
No, I don't
fuck
think
it.
so.
Yeah, you can
It's
go off.
more of him being Bill Clinton. Let's move on, yo.
All right, let's go.
Let's
Okay,
move on,
whatever.
bro.
All right, anyways.
Let's move on. Okay, so
Look, Donald Trump is, when he goes to jail, he's probably going to get jumped. He's probably going to get raped.
he's not. He's not. You know why? Because he's gonna get low. He's gonna get sent to a low security prison with a bunch of politics.
He's going to
He's going to be playing tennis.
He's going to be playing tennis. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, he's not getting jumped by anyone. Somebody else told me that same bullshit. Like, oh my god, when Donald Trump gets put into prison, he's gonna get attacked. I'm like, by who? Chris Christie?
Like a county jail or some shit like that.
Fuck, who's gonna attack him, bro?
Chris
Who's gonna
Christie's
attack
gonna
Cory
jump
Booker?
him. Chris
Come
Christie
on,
and Cory
son.
Booker are going to find him in an alleyway. All right, let's move on to the next
Let's
topic.
be honest with ourselves,
All right, guys.
dog.
You guys watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians by any chance?
I don't, but I know they do.
So recently on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kourtney's daughter Penelope, you know, she has a kid with Scott Disick.
Right.
Right. So Kris Jenner's dating. Kris Jenner's the mom. She's dating some guy.
Corey Campbell.
Corey Campbell. Thank you. I didn't even know
Or
his name.
Corey
Gamble.
Gamble. Yeah.
Gambling with his life, right? All right. So Penelope scratched someone. Do you know exactly what happened? Who did she scratch? Like, who did she scratch that even led to this?
It was one of their nannies.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
She
a
was
nanny.
in a
Okay.
car seat, or like she was in the back seat of a car, and
Okay.
she was being, I guess, fussy or whatever was going on.
She was being a
and-
kid.
Yeah, but apparently
She's like, what,
though,
7?
I think so.
She's like young.
I don't know how old
She's
she
young
is.
as
Yeah.
shit.
But apparently they had said that wasn't the first time she had lashed out like that,
Oh.
which is like where the concern was.
What is
Sounds
lashing
about
out?
white. Kids lash out for one reason only, okay?
Y'all ready?
But we'll get into
Y'all
it.
ready for this? Look at me.
So anyways,
Y'all ready for
Penelope
this?
scratched the nanny, right? And so Corey Gamble heard that, and he was in the room, and he was like, "Yo, I'm just saying, like, if Penelope scratched me, I would have whooped her
Right.
ass."
I don't
And
find
it's- who
anything wrong with
Who was
that.
talking right after? Because she was like, "If Penelope scratched you, would have whooped her."
It was Courtney. It was Courtney.
Oh,
She
Kourtney
felt
said
offended.
that?
She was like,
"Oh yeah."
Who? No. Scott was like, who? My daughter?
Oh yeah.
You know,
You think Scott was gonna stand up and?
Corey was about to whoop that ass too. Fuck you talking.
It's like, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do to
Let's
your
be
daughter.
honest, Scott. How do you think with your kids?
Yeah.
If Corey Gamble said this to you, what would you say?
The only people that could whoop my kid's ass is my parents. Because it's blood, like they're blood relatives.
Okay.
They're the only one. And then maybe my grandma.
With
right?
that answer, are you gonna beat your kids? Do
So-
you believe in beating your kids?
Dude, I honestly don't, because me getting beat as a child honestly didn't fucking do anything. It didn't really, because all it really did was it made me fear my parents for, this is what Charlamagne said on Brilliant Idiots. If I broke a table and I fell on it and I got cut up and stuff, my parents would have saw that and whooped my ass for that. But you know what that teaches me? It just teaches me that if I break a table, I'm supposed to fear my parents. But what I should really learn is that if I broke this table and I got cut up, it teaches me not to break the table because I'm going to get cut up. That's my lesson. My mom coming in and beating my ass after doesn't teach me a lesson. If anything, she's just like, oh, you got cut up? Let me cut you up some more. You know what I
I
mean?
think it
No,
helps if you gotta explain to them afterwards, like why you beat their ass, and then buy them
Exactly.
ice
Yeah.
cream or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly.
That
Like, I
helps.
totally disagree with your whole mindset about it. I think whooping that ass is definitely well deserved.
That doesn't do anything,
I
though.
subscribe to the ideal that's in the Bible that says you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Because in a lot of instances in which I got my ass whooped, I shouldn't have been doing the things that I were doing.
Right.
And it was only because I thought I could get away with doing things
'Cause your
that I
parents wouldn't do
continued.
anything about
No,
it?
because my parents would whoop my ass. So like you're saying, right? Just listen. So you're saying that your parents beating your ass would make you more fearful of them, which would probably perpetuate you to kind of like
not do a certain thing. 'cause
no,
you
not
think
even
about your
that.
parents.
No, not even that. It would perpetuate you to do things like to get away with it. You know, it would probably perpetuate you to like sneak and do things like that. What I learned with my parents is there is no sneaking. You know, my parents know everything. So I feel like them whooping my ass made me understand what was good and what was bad. I didn't understand it as a kid because I was a bad kid. Certain kids, I feel like, need that ass whooping because you can tell certain people the same thing over and over, and it will go through one ear and come through the other.
What's the boundary? Is like the most I would do is tap them. Like I don't get the whole thing about spanking. I never got spanked.
I got
How does
spanked.
spanking?
I got
my-
really
How does spanking do?
Okay, were
That's
you
like-
were you a bad kid? Were you a
Who
bad
wasn't a
kid?
bad kid?
No, I'm asking you. Were you a bad kid?
No, Lacey wasn't a bad kid. I did a lot of stupid
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did terrible things. I
wasn't
terrible.
bad. I did some dumb shit.
I was a bad kid. And especially for me, if you did not whoop my ass, there was no way I was listening to what the fuck you were going to say.
Actually, no, now that I think about it, the only times I really got whooped really bad was because of my grades.
So you don't understand what it's
Or
like.
I, like,
You don't
interrupted.
understand what it's like to get your ass whooped for doing some terrible shit. I've gotten onion thrown at me. I've gotten beat with extension cords, belts, hangers, everything you can think
Yeah, my
of.
mom was pretty unique. She would heat up a spatula and then slap me with the spatula or stick it on my hand.
mom would make me
That's
go
some
and
Indian
pick
shit
out.
right there.
My mom would make
Some
me.
Indian shit
My
right
mom-
Right?
All my African
I don't know what the
people,
fuck you
please
did.
vibe with me on this, bro. A wooden spoon ain't shit, bro. When your
no,
mom puts the fear into you to tell you to go pick out your own ass whooping device,
Oh, yeah.
then you'll
yeah,
understand
yeah.
what the fuck you did.
Because you're going
One
to
day,
look for what you about to get beat
I'm
with.
gonna take this random story, right? One day, right? I'm watching Billy and Mandy.
What?
You guys remember Billy and Mandy as kids,
Grim
right?
Adventures of Billy.
Grim
Mandy.
Adventures of
Yeah.
Billy and Mandy. My cousin will remember this story. Shout out to my cousin Erica. We're watching this, right? We see them building a moat, and we're like, fuck it. Let's build a moat. We go out into the backyard. My mom had a huge green thumb, right? She would always, plant flowers and peppers.
Oh, you told me this story.
She would always plant flowers and peppers and different vegetables that we actually needed to eat, right? But me and my cousin were like, no, Billy and Mandy built the moat. Let's build a fucking moat.
Yeah.
So we go out there. We're spraying the hose everywhere. Well, my cousin specifically is spraying the hose everywhere. I had the shovel. I'm digging up a moat. There's a huge circle around us, and I'm building a moat in between, right? My mom comes home through the backyard. She sees everything. Doesn't say anything to us. She says, hello, everybody else in the house. We're like, all right, cool. We got past that. We're good. We good.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the night, I go to take a shower. I go up there, I'm taking my shower. At the end of my shower, I get out, I wipe my body, I'm opening the door. My mom is standing right there. I close the door automatically. I start to plot, right? But the thing I didn't realize, in my little Cephas stage, I didn't realize that the bathroom not only connected to the hallway leading to my bedroom, it also led to their room. My parents' main room. So I locked the door, right?
Oh yeah, I see that sometimes. When I
Right.
go to your bathroom, I'm like, yo, your dad's bedroom's open.
It's
Like,
right
should I
there.
still pee?
Right. So I locked the door, right? I locked the door that's leading to the hallway leading to my room, but I don't remember.
She comes to the other door.
My mom opens the bathroom
Yo,
door leading to her
son.
bedroom. She caught me, hit me so fast with a belt, bro. My towel fell off. I say
All
that to say,
power
I say
built
that
up
to
into
say
one slap.
that ass whooping was worth it.
Yeah.
She whooped my ass because I didn't understand what I did was wrong.
What strikes more fear at that moment like that? Is it you getting that big ass slap, or your mom saying, "Wait till your daddy get home"?
No, it's definitely when that towel fell.
Wait till your daddy.
It was
get
definitely
home.
when that towel fell because I was like, "There's no more coverage for my Johnson." You know what I'm saying? Like now, my Johnson is exposed. Another belt. If that shit comes around my waist, goodbye. Like that was the only thing that was going on through my head. So I say that to say, I'm gonna beat my kid's ass. I'm not gonna beat him to that extent because my mom
I think
did
look,
beat my ass.
If you want your
but-
kids to be mature, speak to them like they're adults.
Yeah, but
You know what I
kids
mean?
are not adults.
Right.
Kids are not adults. So
Right.
at a certain line, you need to
Like
you need to beat their ass and explain to them why you beat their ass.
I think that like I realized like when my dad beat my ass when I was a kid, it just struck fear in my dad. And yeah, it probably like it stopped me from doing certain things because I thought about my dad.
It's because
it
he
made
didn't
me think
explain
about
to
why I
you-
shouldn't do that.
It's probably
and
because-
then after I got old enough, I like 17, 18, or 16, 17 when he stopped beating my ass, and then he started to actually sit down and talk to me. That's when I really learned it.
It's probably
and it
because
gave
he
me some
didn't
sort of
explain to
sympathy
you.
and compassion, and I should think about my dad and be like, okay, I shouldn't do this because it would make my dad upset.
He didn't explain to you why he was beating your ass though. That's the thing.
He would be like, this is out of love. Pop!
That's not an
Like,
explanation.
this is out
You
of
know what I'm
love.
saying? Like
that's another thing,
You
too.
can't explain to a
By the way,
7-year-old why you're beating their ass.
That's another thing as to why I would let my parents or my grandma do it, why I would let them hit my kid, is because I know it's out of love. If some other random did it, then I would just think it's not out of love, it's out of them getting some sort of satisfaction from hitting my kid.
No, not to like throw you out, but I feel like you're coming from a sense of privilege. You're coming from a sense of like
I got my ass
nobody else should touch my kids. When you know for a fact Our parents grew up in the age where a village raises a child. A village is like your aunts. Your family. Your family can discipline you. Like, I go to my uncle's house now, right? I'm almost 25 years old. If I curse in my uncle's house, he has all right to slap the shit out of me. You know why? It's disrespectful to go to your elder's house and talk out of your name.
Right.
It's very disrespectful. And if you don't teach kids that,
they're
not going to learn. My children will understand the same discipline that I do. However, I'm not going to beat my kids just for nothing like my parents did. However, you're going to understand that disrespect does not have a place here in my house. Life's going to slap the shit out you.
I mean, this makes for a great conversation. Like, the people that are listening should definitely chime in, comment, be like, yo, would you? Because this is an important question.
Please let me know.
Yo, I would assume, like,
please,
you know, if you're having kids, this is a problem, or this is something you're going to have to deal with eventually.
Right.
Look, all I'm saying is, when my parents beat my ass, the first thing I did was pray. Pray to who? I don't know.
You prayed when you got your ass whooped?
Before I got my ass whooped, I was like, yo, please don't kill me. God, somebody save me.
You stupid, bro.
I was praying.
2 sweatpants.
I was hoping that I would be at church.
2 sweatpants, 3 sweatshirts. They wasn't hitting me.
Look,
they was beating that ass, but they wasn't beating me.
Look, man. I was praying to Jesus. I was praying to God. I was praying to whoever. But
Allah, Brahman, all that.
But specifically Jesus. And I want to move on to another topic.
Was that Jesus?
Yes, because there's another individual that is acting like Jesus.
Who's that?
And naming his album after Jesus. And that is Mr. Kanye Kardashian.
Oh, Yox?
Yes.
Easy Crocs?
So, Mr. Kanye Kardashian is putting out an album which was supposed to come out yesterday, which was supposed to come out today, which was supposed to come out now. No, don't give him no clue bomb. Don't drop a clue bomb for
dumb.
Kanye West. No, we're going to drop this.
Boy, if you don't.
Yes, because that's the way I feel about this.
I heard Kanye dropping some beats at this last Sunday social thing he had. That shit was fire.
Okay.
It showed me why Kanye is like top 5 producers of our generation.
Okay, the only question I want to ask you right now is need it or keep it? Do we want this album or should we just toss it? You can keep it, Kanye.
I'll take whatever Kanye's album. I wasn't a huge fan of his last album, but I still liked it.
What was the last album?
The
bipolar joint.
Yeah, I'm bipolar.
Yay. It's just called Yay.
No, it's not called Yay.
It's called Yay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called Yay.
What was
it's
on the cover though?
It's like I'm bipolar. It's like I'm bipolar.
But it was like contradiction.
Oh, it's like I hate being bipolar. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that shit's fire. That shit's fire.
I'm just saying, look, the whole, you know what I was saying back when that shit came out? He was talking all that shit. That was when he was on TMZ talking about, slavery for 400 years? That sounds like a choice.
Right.
And then he said all that nonsense, and then came out saying he was diagnosed with bipolar. It's like basically saying like, I'm going to use that as a fallback. When has Kanye ever been diagnosed with bipolar? When?
But just because you didn't know that he was,
could see him and be like, "Oh, Kanye, it's okay. Oh, it's okay, man. You were saying that crazy shit, but you're bipolar. It's fine. It's like, yo, stop the nonsense."
Yeah, but what if he's actually bipolar? Would you apologize?
I'm just saying he came out conveniently saying that he was bipolar.
But would you apologize? That's my question. Would you apologize if he said he was bipolar?
Let's see receipts. Let's see receipts.
You need to see receipts see like somebody's actually bipolar.
The receipts.
You don't have to.
You can't just
look at Kanye and what he does and say that he's bipolar.
Was he bipolar 2003? Was he bipolar 2005?
Maybe.
Was he bipolar 2007?
Maybe.
What?
But because he didn't come out and say so, that's why you don't believe it?
Look, all I'm saying is that conveniently he wants to come out.
Why is it conveniently though?
Because you say some nonsense, bro. He was talking that crazy shit, and
so?
then people attacked his ass, and then he wants to be like, "Oh, I'm diagnosed with bipolar. That crazy lash out, and every other lash out was because of that." You know, but he could have just owned up to it and been like, "I was an idiot."
But I'm saying though, like, you only listen to things based off of the album. So like, listen to the album before you base anything off of it.
It's just Kanye in general, like this whole like making people wait and like it's just annoying.
That's what I don't get about people, dog. I don't get y'all.
Just
I
like,
really
why
don't.
does he
I
have
really
to keep...
don't. I really don't understand y'all. Y'all can only like one
It's like
aspect.
us saying like we're gonna put out the podcast Thursday and then make them wait a month. It's like, yo, I don't want to fucking listen anymore.
You guys are fair weather fans as fuck, dog. I hate y'all. I hate literally like. We're all
Why is it
gung-ho.
wrong for me to not? I have to ride with him all 25 years.
You're only a fair weather fan. Literally, like what I'm saying is
when he's hot, he's hot, and then when he's not,
he hasn't dropped any music. He hasn't dropped any music, and now you're mad because he hasn't dropped any music. You're
No,
mad.
I'm not mad that he hasn't really dropped any music. I'm just saying the last shit was kind of whack. I didn't really. What was the one before that? What was? No, before his solo album before Ye. Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo.
That was okay. Like, that was good.
Bro,
6 out of 10.
Come on,
That,
son.
Yeezus,
people
stop
were
it.
bumping that all fucking summer.
Yeezus, stop it.
Like, you're
Stop
bugging.
it.
You're bugging,
After
bro.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, he just kind of went on a decline.
Life of Pablo was great.
You're bugging, bro. Like, that took over
It had
the
a
summer.
handful of good
You're
songs.
bugging.
Like the joint with Kendrick.
Bro.
I like Ultralight Beams. I love Father Stretch My Hands. That's my favorite track.
Bro,
And
all I'm
then
saying is, like, some of these fans are wishy-washy,
I like the LA track. I like
wishy-washy.
No More Parties in LA.
When the album drops, everybody's gung-ho because he's out, because he's Kanye. Everyone's a huge Kanye fan.
Because, you know why?
Years go by and they're like, I didn't even really fuck with it.
You know why? I'm still like, you know
Come on,
why?
son.
I talk all this shit, but I'm still gonna like try to listen to it when it comes out. You know why? Because he has the potential. He's Kanye West.
Well, then don't
He has
say
the
that it's ass.
potential.
Don't say that it's ass. That's why when everybody asks me, what do you think about this? And I say, I don't want to talk about it right now. And they're like, oh, you ain't listen to it? Stop calling it ass when it drops. This is the same thing we had a little off camera when we were talking about J-Rock and the 90059 thing. You were whole gung-ho about his new album till you gave it a couple weeks and you're like, I like the first album better.
I do like the first album.
Why? Why did you? You were shitting on me when I told you
the second album was better.
No, the first album was better. When I said the first album was better, you said no. This one's better because it's more commercial. Blah blah blah.
No, I didn't. You're bugging.
On my mother,
You're
you said
bugging.
That. On my
Why
mother.
Would I love 90559.
On my mother. On my. Let God strike me dead right now.
Pull up the receipts, bro.
I
Pull
swear
up the text messages. I swear on my life, I went up to you and I said, bro,
God.
I don't like the second album because it's so commercialized and he switched up for the radio.
God,
I swear, bro, you're bugging.
Akhil.
You're bugging. You're
Akhil,
bugging.
we had this conversation and you were like, nah, I like the 90059 now. Now I was like, what? You said Redemption was better than anything he came out with. You said
No. J-Rock had radio
fuck.
hits. He had radio hits for Redemption. He had like one or two, like 3-4 songs that were like pretty hot.
Okay, you didn't say you liked that album better than 90059?
Album, as a complete project, 90059 was his best project.
Okay, you are literally
I'm being
blowing my mind.
serious. I'm being serious.
I'm gonna
bro.
find the receipts and
I'm
we're gonna
being
plug it later.
serious. You went mad commercial.
We're gonna plug it right now.
Keep it.
This
Keep
album.
the Kanye album.
Bet.
Keep
all
the Kanye
I'm saying
album.
is, all I'm
I don't
saying
want
is,
it. I don't want this Kanye album.
A lot of people, not coming at you, a lot of people will listen to an album, they will say they like it without actually letting it soak in and letting it marinate. And they'll come back and say, maybe I don't like it on some kombucha girl shit. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it at all.
I should do that when I
If
listen
you
to the
like,
album.
especially if you're one of those guys that I tell you about an album and then you come back to me and ask me if I listen to it, motherfucker, are you serious? I'll put you on.
Just drop it. Just drop the fucking thing. Why are you making me wait? First, Kim
swear to God,
Kardashian
if
said
he
that,
drops
it's
this-
going to drop on Sunday.
if he
And then
drops
now
this,
there's an
Akhil,
IMAX theater
If he
movie coming out
drops this,
October 25th.
I don't want to hear you fangirling over Kanye. I don't want to hear it. I swear to God, I don't want to hear you.
I'll keep my thoughts
No.
wrapped up. And I will
I
not
do
share
not
my
want to
thoughts.
hear you fangirling over this, but I digress. Please. And now we have a basis to record this.
I made a point, so,
I
I'm
want
going
to
to
hear
stand
this.
my ground.
Please.
If that album is actually really good,
Please.
you will not hear it from me.
Because
I will listen in peace. But look, I'll be honest though, if Kanye drops that fucking album,
See, I don't like this. Okay, you know what?
No,
It's
I'm
been
not-
the Bickering Brothers Podcast.
Mad
My name is
call,
Cephus.
mad
That's Akhil.
contradiction.
Akhil, you
No,
got something
I'm
to say about
kidding.
it? No,
It
we're
was a
closing it
joke.
out.
It was a
Bandwagon.
joke.
We're closing it out.
I'm being serious. I'm standing my ground on keeping it. Keep the shit. Keep it. At me, okay? At me. We'll talk about this.
Akhil,
I got the
not
receipts.
We've been the
I got
Bickering
it.
Brothers Podcast. My name is Cephus.
My name is Akhil.
Thank you.
Wait, tell them where we can find us.
You tell them because
Okay.
you've been on some bullshit, bro.
You could find us on Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Instagram.
Twitter.
I said Twitter.
You said Twitter?
I started
Alright.
with Twitter. Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. You can follow us at Bickering Brothers Podcast. We try to keep it consistent for y'all. But, you know, we are your analytical assholes, and we always give you unfiltered opinions. My name is Akhil.
It's your
Okay.
boy Cephus.
I am the self-starter podcaster and ambitious icon who listens to Tame Impala every Friday on vinyl. Okay? And Cephus, you are the WVU alumni and podcaster and creator.
I'm just the realist. You already know it's SO Sophisticated. SO_SEPHUSTICATED. You already know on all social media platforms. It's gonna pop up for you right there. Drop one of Cruz bombs for me. You being
Boy, if you don't.
You already know. We out, boys. Bickering Brothers Podcast.